What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the RTG Career Mode. It's episode number 48. We are back with a brand new season as our 7th year at home park gets underway. Going into the Europa League for the first time ever with Plymouth Argyle, where our starting budget is going to be... Wow, I did not expect that. That's like double what I was expecting. Finally, the board are giving us some proper money. Well, listen, as I said before, we've been working with small budgets since the save began, and as frustrating as it was a really fun and nice challenge. I doubt I'll spend all that 106 mil. In fact, what I really want to do is continue to improve the stuff behind the scenes, so giving us better scouts and, just giving us a better setup, if you will. So I'll hire one now for 3.4 mil. I might even recall this 2-star one, then fire him and release him as well. But yeah, I doubt we'll spend all of that money. I just feel as though, like, again, it should have been around, I don't know, 55, 60 mil last year and then maybe 70 mil this year. So combined, it would have been around the same amount. It just would have prevented us from having a small budget last year and a monster budget this year. But there you go. There you go. But as I run you through the squad anyway, I'll quickly sort this out because this is important to me. Hold on. There we go. So as we look at the team here and we think about where we're going to improve for this season with the money we've been given, I have to say, I love the first 11. It's a young team. It's class. It's developing all the time. But if we were to replace someone, it probably would be the man between the sticks, Michael Cooper. Don't get me wrong, we love him. Came through the Plymouth Argyle Academy, of course, brought him back a couple of years ago. But now 30 years old, not sure how much better he's going to get at 80 overall. Second in clean sheets last year in the Premier League, yes, but don't forget in that Conference League final, 2 shots in his goal, they both went in and probably should have saved the second one, to be fair. So I think personally, probably... look for a new goalkeeper and ask Coots to play in the Cup and European games. And this is what I've said before, when it comes down to negotiating contracts with players, I've always believed that goalkeepers should have a different list of squad roles you can give them. So instead of crucial, important, rotation, sporadic and prospect, I mean for a goalkeeper, crucial and important are going to be pretty much the same thing, right? Because they're their only position on the pitch. I think they should have starting goalkeeper, Cup and European goalkeeper backup and emergency backup. So that's probably where I'll look to invest in this summer window. A lot of money on a new star goalkeeper. And as for players, their deals that come at the end of the year, there is a lot. I mean, there is a lot of players here who I'll need to give new contracts to for the upcoming season. Well, obviously for sure, I mean, I'll start straight off the bat with King Kante. I'm wasting no time with him at all. He is getting a new big bumper pay packet, only on 15 grand a week, but he is now becoming one of Europe's best young strikers. 81 overall, 22 years old. Of course, he's going to get a big new extension. He's going absolutely nowhere. And of course, Mumba as well, one of the OGs here. We've turned him into one of the best fullbacks in Europe on the course of this save, so he's going to get a big new pay packet as well, as he's only on 20 grand a week right now. That is definitely going to improve quite a bit. Whitaker as well, one of the OGs who is still here, so he'll be staying as well. 29 years old now, more of a backup winger with Uono and Barr on the flanks, but we still have Morgs, so of course he'll be staying as well. As will Adam Randell as well, another one of the OGs, so he's still here from the very beginning. 29 years old, just like Whitaker, but one of the things I like about Randell is he's a Plymouth Academy graduate, so helps with the homegrown standing, so we'll keep Randell here as well. But honestly, as for the other players, I'm not too sure, I mean, you've got Sanko, who we could give a new contract to, and Yembe, who we like, and Adebisi and Tymon as well. I'm not sure. I might let them all go. To be fair as well, I wouldn't mind a new CB as well, because as we know, Teden just gets absolutely gassed and can never play midweek games. Even after a whole week's worth of rest, he's never fully fit. So it might be a good idea with him now 28 years old, and Yembe's going to go as well. I'm not sure what Leach's ceiling is to look for a new CB and ask Teden to come off the bench. So I think, yeah, a new CB and a new goalkeeper. I don't think I'm going to spend 100 mil on a new goalkeeper. So, let's advance through the calendar first, though, and see what happens in our first few days. Oh, yeah, what's the objective for the Europa League this year? What do they ask us to do this season? Well, in the domestic objectives, finishing the Europa League spot, again, that's 5th, where we finished last season, and reached the last 16. And in the Europa League, it's reached the semi-final, which I would say is definitely my expectation minimum as well. I want to get to the final, once again, get to a European final. But I'd say those objectives there are fair, based on the quality of our team. All right, Josh Tymon off to Portland Timbers for £3.8 million. That's our first sale of the window, so totally fine getting a bit of cash for a player on an expiring 1-year deal. And how about this? Liverpool putting in a bid for Teden. We just mentioned him a moment ago, and we did say we might look to replace him, but I didn't plan on selling him. But Manchester United Academy graduate, born in Manchester, boyhood club. Would he want to go to Liverpool? I mean, they are a Champions League team. I'll think about it. Oh, to be fair, I really like this as well. Aston Villa have put in a loan offer for our backup goalkeeper. And if you remember, they were relegated last season. And when I said I'm thinking about bringing a new goalkeeper this year, they have someone between the sticks who I think would be absolutely perfect to replace Coops. I don't have my full scout report on him just yet. I'm going to go after another Aston Villa player. I don't know how they were relegated last season because their team is so good. And both of their starting centre-halves would do a brilliant job in our team, either replacing Teden or competing with him for a starting role. And I think Hincapie would just be absolutely perfect for our system. He's a left-footed centre-half, 28 years old, the same age as Teden, but in the prime of his career right now, with 88 jumping, 87 strength. And you know, I like the 82 stamina based on Teden's fitness problems, but mentally reads the game so well and can pass out from the back as well. Pierre Hincapie, too good for the Championship. Let's bring him to Plymouth. I don't know whether you guys are the same as me, but when you see a club gets relegated, the first thing I do is go into the transfer section, search for their club, look at all their players and think, right, who am I going to raid in the summer and convince to come to me? Hincapie was my number one target as soon as I saw that Aston Villa went down. And again, a Championship team, so they shouldn't hold us to ransom, but obviously as we know, the transfer market with career mode isn't overly intelligent. But yeah, I don't think we'd have to spend that much more than market valuation. I think if we play hardball with Unai Emery here, we should get it close to 50 mil. Okay, that's fine. 53 mil. Unai, what do you say? Yeah, we'll have that. Only 3 mil over the market valuation. So new club record signing, but for a player of his quality, at his age, that is technically a steal. Since joining Bayer Leverkusen, this guy has just gotten better and better year after year. And to think he's still only in his early 20s, the ceiling is incredibly high. But 28 years old in the save now, in the prime of his career, somehow relegated with Aston Villa last season, but he wasn't going to stay in the Championship. I made him my number one target, and ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Coming in at a club record transfer fee of £53 million, 4 year, first ever player on 100 grand a week, but don't he deserve it? Welcome to Home Park, Piero Hincapie. Yeah, what a player. What a player. I'm a massive fan of his in real life. I really do believe he's a superstar defender in the making. And when you look at his stats, you can see exactly why I wanted him. 88 jumping means he's not going to lose many aerial duels. 87 strength, but mentally 90 reactions with 94 aggression as well. But technically too, great defensive awareness, great defensive stats, but also can play out from the back with 80 ball control, 81 long pass and 80 short pass as well. With a left foot sliding in alongside either Taylor or Teden, this is an absolutely perfect player for our system. Yeah, it's a difficult one with Teden because again, he's a Manchester lad. You know, he was born in Manchester, came through the Manchester United Academy, boyhood club. Would he want to go and join Liverpool? I mean, again, they are a Champions League team, that's the thing. I'd say if we can get around 45 to 50 mil out of Arnie's slot, I'd probably let him go. But the problem is, I've mentioned this before, but your market valuations for your players are always super low for some reason. How is Teden, 83 overall, in the prime of his career, making him one of the best centre-halves in the league right now, or one of the best centre-halves in the league, in the prime, the English player tax, on a long-term deal? How is he only worth 26.5 mil? This is not 2005. Like, this, you know, I think he's worth, you know, again, maybe double that. But again, if we go 50 mil, Arnie Slott's probably going to walk out. No, 35.7. He's worth way more than that. Yeah, EA need to really look into this. And I'm not saying that they should have inflation in the game. I've always been kind of on the fence as to whether I think inflation should be in the game or not. Part of me thinks yes, another part of me thinks no. But even if that's not the case, even if inflation doesn't exist in the game, 26.5 mil market valuation is still incredibly low for a player of his class, at his age, in the prime of his career right now. And again, when you factor in the English player tax as well, 47.5 mil will be a good deal for Liverpool. Instead, they're walking out. So that's our young goalkeeper out of the academy, off out on loan to Aston Villa for a couple of years. Perfect loan deal too, with Villa getting relegated last season, so dropping down to the Championship, aiming to get them back to the Premier League. And now he's gone there and taken their number one. I can take Villa's current number one off them. That is Julian Aguirrezabala, the Spaniard. Such a class young goalkeeper in the game, man. Now 29 years old, so like Hincapie, approaching his 30s, but at 85 overall, too good for this second second tier. When you look at the stats here and the kicking in particular being 85, he just looks like the perfect upgrade for Michael Cooper. A year younger, 5 ratings better, and too good for the second tier. Let's bring him in. And with him out of contract come the end of the season as well, it means we should be able to get him for under market valuation by a few mil. So I'm going to go in with a very low ball offer here with Unai Emery, 23 million. And, well, if I'm not going to send him to a Champions League club, I'm not going to send him to a Championship club, Unai. I think it was just like, you know, you insult me with the initial bid, I'm going to insult you with my counter offer. But we're going to go back and forth on this. 24, okay, that's fine. 25.4 mil. And I'm going to be very hardball here. 24.25 million. That's under 7 million under market valuation. What an absolute steal for a goalkeeper of his class. But again, on an expiring 1-year deal, Villa forced to sell. We hold all the cards. There's absolutely no way I would have got Julian this cheap if he wasn't on an expiring contract. With Villa also relegated to the Championship, it made it the perfect storm for me to wade in and bring him to Devon. Buzzing with this, coming in on a 4-year, 60 grand a week deal. Coots has been good since he came back, but you got to make tough decisions as a top-level manager, and I need a top-level keeper if we're to reach the very top level. So coming in, 4-year contract, 60 grand a week. Welcome to Home Park, Julian Aguirre-Zabala, just like Hincapie, leaving Villa Park, going to Home Park, and again, he's just like the perfect upgrade on Michael Cooper. You know, kicking is slightly better, diving is better, handling is better, positioning is better, and oh yeah, reflexes is better as well, plus a year younger too. Buzzing with his signing, Coots now coming off the bench. So as our budget is now 16.5 mil for the rest of the window, I don't know if we'll make any more transfers because I like the team. I've got my number 1 transfer target in Hincapie. I've got my new number 1 in Aguirre-Zabala. The first 11 is really strong now, and you could say, well, why not replace Wood or Afaiki? It's because they're both in their early 20s, academy grads, and I don't want to stunt their development by dropping them down to the bench. So really, I think we're done. I think that cash is probably going to carry over till January. If we're going to make any more signings, it will just be for the squad depth. So let's jump into the first game of the season and probably end here as well. It is the Seagulls, our main rivals in the save. Brighton coming to Home Park. We haven't beaten them in the entire save yet. Is this the game where we finally best Brighton and get a win against them? First game of the league season where this year I'm targeting that top 4. I'm going to do our absolute best to finally qualify for the Champions League. Let's start off with 3 points here in Devon. Come on, the Pilgrims. I will know whether we can qualify for the Champions League or not based on whether we can beat Brighton. They have been the thorn in my side since Season 2. Oh. And against any other team, that hits the back of the net. It's Brighton. It's like their goal has an invisible shield around it. Oh, no. Yes, Aguirre-Zabala, well saved, mate. Well saved on his debut, looking for that debut clean sheet. Come on. Can't lose the opening day at home. You want to qualify for the Champions League, that's not the start you want. Aguirre-Zabala finds Bar. Afaiki is onside there. Yes, come on! And 2 before the break. It's why he's not getting replaced. Nathan Wood, potential upgrade, finishing upgrade, class strike. Well, that is surely going to do it, ref. Full time, please. Full time. Last chance. Don't concede now, please. Play still continues. No! I can't believe it! Man's gone invisible, as has Plymouth's first ever win against Brighton. Stoppage time, deep into it, 1 chance, 1 shot, 1 goal. Brighton level it. Absolutely typical. We will never, and I mean never, beat the Seagulls, man. Never. Well, I'm not ending on that. I'm playing one more. I can't believe it. Even when it's basically in the bag, that win against Brighton still manages to escape. The wait goes on, but hopefully the wait for our first win won't go on after this one. Following game, our final one. Brentford away to G-Tech in West London. Let's get our first Premier League win of the season. Come on, the Pilgrims. Let's go. Hincapie to Mumba. Back to Uwono, down the left-hand side. Into Kante. Great ball through. Oh, Ibrahim, wonderful. And as big and strong as he is, he's got great footwork as well. He's such a good hold-up striker. But also getting around the man, he's agile as well. Physically, he's brilliant all across the park. And if his stamina improved to like 90, and we could play him every game, not needing to play him every other game, he'd be the complete striker. That's the only red flag with Kante, the stamina. Golden boot last year for Ibrahim, snubbed of player of the season. Still can't believe went to Kai Havertz. And hang on. Wait. Easy. No. Lewis put all the leveler. That's poor defending from me. Poor defending. Really tough start, honestly, man. If we have back-to-back draws to begin the campaign, it's not terrible, but I want to qualify for the Champions League. These are the games you need to win if you want to be a top 4 team. I have no doubt we're going to get a lot of chances on the offensive end, as always. Our winger's so quick. Fernandez so good. He could be well in. The big problem is, can we defend better this year? The money we spent on those 2 ex-Villa men, you'd hope so. As you won't know through. He's on. Yes! Yeah, I have no doubt we'll score a lot of goals this season. Kante Golden Boot winner last year. We'll be going for it back to back. Uono's first of the year as well. But we got to defend better, that's for sure. Class camera angle. Plymouth back in front in West London. Come on. And I want more from Uono this year as well. Only 2 goals all season long last year. Don't think he got that many assists either. This year I want that Indonesian number 7 to show why. Ball game. Yeah, give me those 3 points. I need that first win. I always say when you start a season off, you want to get that first win as soon as you can. King Kante bags a brace. Plymouth leaving the capital with all 3 points. Reyes on for his debut. I need to change those boots. This Hinkaby finds Harvey Vale. And we might even get a 4th goal here as well. Kante is on for the hat-trick. Oh, wait. Yep. Noises, not words, Doxy boy. As Harvey Vale skips inside and gets our 4th, clips it in off the underside. I think it's his first goal since signing for us on a free, and that is going to do it. 4-1 Pilgrims in the capital. We have ran riot against the Bees, and we are leaving with our first win of the season. It's a great ball through that. Jesus couldn't get there. And is that a pen off Reyes? Wow. Very rarely do you see that. Reyes, who I've just brought off the bench for his debut, is giving away a pen. Was that a hold in the box? Yeah, look at that. I didn't press any buttons for that. He's done that automatically. That's a great decision by the referee, but also incredibly frustrating. I didn't press a button, but it's Arizabala saving the first penalty he faces in order to stop us conceding a second. That's a great call from the ref. I didn't press any buttons there. That's so annoying. That's a great call from the ref there. I didn't see that hold initially, but no, correct call. And unfortunately, whilst we did save the penalty, we will concede a second in stoppage time. And in a 6-goal thriller in the capital, Brentford cut the gap to 2. Not that it's going to matter to us too much. We leave with our first win of the season, but no doubt about it. After chipping 3 in our first 2 games, defence will need to tighten up. But that'll do it for today's episode of the RTG Career, guys. Big thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and we'll return in the next one with the remainder of the window, where we still might make a signing with a bit more cash to play for. We'll have more games in the league, our first Carabao Cup fixture of the season, and we should see the draw for who will take on in the Europa League Phase 2. Have a great day, much love, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon.